Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'd like to show you a little technique called bokeh that has been just running rampant on Pinterest and all over social media. It's just a really fun technique and it's very simple, believe it or not. So I'm going to show you how to make this very simple but yet adorable little hello card using the bokeh technique. So to start out, we're just going to use a plain white piece of paper. This particular piece of paper I have cut to 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I'm going to use a couple of different colors. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sponge color all over this white piece of paper. So I'm going to use this yellow, this saffron. I'm going to use the Perfect Plum and the Calypso Coral. And I'm going to start with probably the darker color, which is the Perfect Plum. And I'm just going to sponge color. And you just want to randomly sponge it all over the cardstock. You know, dab a little bit on your sponge and then just keep swirling it around until it blends in. So there is the Perfect Plum. Then I'm going to add a little bit of Calypso Coral. And again, you just want to keep sponging it. You can use your sponges, you can use daubers, whatever you feel that you can control better. Either one will work just fine. And I think I'll add a little bit more right here. And then I'm going to take my yellow. And because I can't pronounce that, I'm just going to call it yellow. So this is my light yellow. And I'm just going to sponge that in and just try to blend all the rest of the colors together. So we'll just add a little bit more. And you can see you're just getting quite a blob of different colors, I guess you would call it. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more purple over here. Kind of smooth that out a little bit. Okay, so now that you have all of your colors sponged on the paper, what you're going to do is you're going to make a little template for yourself. And I've already made a template, but just take different shapes. In this particular case, I'm using circles, but you can do squares, you can do butterflies, you can do circles, any kind of shape that you have. And you're just going to punch out, just randomly punch it out on your template. This is the template that I'm going to use to get the bokeh effect. So, whoops, I should probably show you what I'm using. So what I have here is some craft ink. It's called Whisper White, and it's a little thicker than the ink that we use for our regular stamping. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my template, and I'm going to use a dauber for this particular part of the technique. And I'm just going to sponge some circles all over my project. And I'm going to use this template to help me do that. So you're just going to take your white ink and use your template and sponge right into the template. Now you can see I have it hanging over the edge of the card because I want my little circle to kind of be up in the corner and cover this entire corner. Now when I lift my template, you'll see that I have that little bokeh effect. So the bokeh effect really, all it really means is that you have like a blurred background and then you have something in the forefront that is much more defined. So my blurred background, of course, is my sponging that I did earlier. And then I have my little circles that are more defined. So I'm going to overlap some of these circles. So I'll just sponge a couple more circles on here for you. Now, as you use the template, the craft ink takes a while to dry. So as you lay down and lift up your template, you'll notice that you'll pull off some of the craft ink. So just touch it up a little bit. It'll be just fine. I'll make another one, a bigger circle over here. So you're just going to continue to do this all the way around your cardstock until you get the desired effect that you're looking for. And it looks like I need to fix that a little bit. All right. And let's do just a couple of more here. And like I said, this craft ink takes a while to dry. So you'll want to set, once you get everything set up here, once you get all your little circles sponged, you want to just set this aside and let it dry for a little bit before you actually put the card together, just so that it doesn't smear. And like I said, because it's a thicker ink, that's why it takes a little longer for it to dry. Okay. And if you don't like something, you just cover it back up and add more ink. You know, in crafting there are no mistakes, right? Just opportunities to embellish or to re-ink something like I'm doing, okay? All right, so that's the bokeh effect. So once I let this dry, then I can adhere it to my card. For this particular card, and I'll just show you the original. For this particular card, I just simply used a piece of crumb cake cardstock. So my card base is just crumb cake. And then I added all the other colors, like I said, by sponging. And then my little sentiment is just a hello that came from the For You stamp set. So I just punched it out with a little scalloped oval and then mounted it on the card with this decorative label, this little crumb cake decorative label. So that's it. There's really nothing to this particular technique. It's a very simple technique, and you can use it, like I said, with any kind of template that you want to make. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and thanks for watching.